All right, welcome to Steal the Show after a little week off. It was a little. We needed a little. We needed an all-star break ourselves before an all-star break. No, you were traveling.
All over the place. It was some tough travel the past few days.
Yeah, what was it?
We had the series in Tampa Bay, which was a late game, especially being East Coast. It was like a 7:05 or 6:50 start.
Yeah.
And then we had a 1:20 game in Chicago the next morning, and then a 12 o'clock game, which was yesterday, the following day. So like,
oh my! Well, you had
and then we
12 o'clock.
Huh? Yeah,
It was
12 o'clock start. Roku game. It was a Roku game.
Yes, that is why I could not find the channel.
Yeah, it was on.
You kept saying Roku. I said, no, Roku's like, Roku's the fucking, like, the thing you get.
Yeah.
I didn't know
TV.
there was an actual app.
Yeah, I was confused on it. Nobody, I mean, we weren't very happy about the schedule, but we play the schedule.
You gotta play the schedule.
We gotta play the schedules.
Phil, you found the Roku?
I did not watch the game because I was driving to my uncle's house for Father's Day. But the Roku game is the new thing this year.
How was the spread at your Father's Day?
My uncle had burgers on the grill, hot dogs.
All right. How was your
like-
Father's Day? Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It was good. I opened up a box of cards. I love ripping
I
cards,
saw
some
that.
NFL cards. Got a few good ones. Shout out Clemens. I got a numbered to 25 auto Prism rookie, Clemens. Shout out to
Really?
him. I was pretty fired up about it. Like,
I like Cole Kmet.
yeah, I do too.
I
do
him.
too.
He
I do
actually
too.
did an interview in this room as well.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah, shout out him. I did that, and then we went to Pizzeria Portofino. It was good, right on the river. It was
Look at
delicious.
you.
Yeah, it was nice. I had a good Father's Day.
Look at you.
Spent time with the family. It was good.
All right, let's get into some baseball to start. Even though sometimes we enjoy the non-baseball.
We actually do. I actually really enjoy talking non-baseball
We talk
stuff.
baseball. We're like, it's a baseball show. And it's,
Yeah.
well, let's talk about some rankings. So, like, we went through our little our list of what Phil sends us, and we're like, yeah, let's get into the good stuff. I did see a voicemail. I'll read it after when we're talking before. But let's go to the last start. I was in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
You can answer this any way you want. I want to go to the Trop.
Yeah.
Really badly.
I think
because
it's somewhere
so-
you should go.
It's so out of the way of
Yeah.
actual Tampa Bay,
Yeah.
and the crowd doesn't usually. A lot of Cubs fans were there.
Yeah. The way I
Cubs
explained
fans
it,
also travel.
yeah, Cubs fans are the best travelers.
Yeah.
I,
Second best.
I would say it reminded me the Trop reminded me of the London dome thing that we played in. It wasn't quite a dome, had an open in the center, but that's what it reminded me of, kind of like a soccer field type vibe.
Got
The
it.
stands are in different spots than normal. The bullpen's on the field, the tarp that's the roof or whatever. It just kind of reminded me of that London field we played on, and that was kind of the feel I got for it.
Got it. Well, you were sweating like a.
Yeah, it's humid down there. It is humid down there. I was sweating like a pig.
Is it? Wait, is it? It's dome.
Yeah, it's a dome.
Yeah. So then it's even worse.
Oh yeah.
It's all trapped in there.
Yeah.
All the hot air, the humidity.
I really like the mound though. I did like the mound. Good
Okay,
dirt. Good
that's-
dirt on the mound.
that's
Soft. Could really adjust it how you want
Yeah,
it.
no. Phil was. You even were texting in that chat, being like, "Yeah, you could you sweat through his."
You can see the sweat through the jersey. Like
That's when you know you got a good lather.
You were working. You were going back out there pretty fast too. So it was like.
Yeah, I mean,
you're-
it was a marathon, but
honestly, does that obviously when your team is not hitting when you're pitching, right? I never thought about that. When you're pitching, you get a 1-2-3 inning, or like maybe just like single, whatever. You get back to the dugout, quick 12 pitch inning for the next guy. Does that? You're like, okay, obviously you're ready to go, but does it like take a little bit more of a toll on you?
yeah, there's like a fine line too, where like you can also sit for too long. Like say the
Yes.
offense just goes on like a 10-run inning, and you end up sitting for like 30, 45
It's also
minutes.
bad.
A pitching change and different things. You can also sit for too long, and that first throw you make, like the warm up pitch the next inning's kind of like your shoulder's a little cranky.
Yeah.
But I mean, same thing the reverse, like just having like a few minutes in between innings, going back out there, it can be good because like you can just kind of stay in your groove, and you can also like like that day it was like really humid. I was sweating. I was like, wiping sweat off in between innings, trying to get as much water back in me and stuff. So there's definitely like a fine line you got to dance on.
Another thing with the start. So fantastic start, 6 innings pitched, no earned runs. Any day of the week,
yeah, we take it.
Motherfucker. I will take it any day of the week. Again, my fiance is like, I think she thinks we're dating.
That's fine.
Yeah, and I said we are. We are dating. His success is my success now, and I'm going to take it upon myself to do that. And when I'm like, oh, his pitch your slider was looking good.
Yeah,
your slider was
really good with it.
Very
good with it.
There's
some good curveballs too.
Yes,
really good
good curveballs. Too. Yeah, everything seems like it's working. But I had a question for it. So 6th inning, it was bases loaded. Was it 2 outs or 1 out?
I
think it was 2 outs, right?
I mean, there was 2 outs at some point. I don't know what.
I think it was, but I think I don't think it was bases loaded. It got to bases loaded 1. I might have. I don't know.
The final situation when I got out of it was bases loaded 2 outs, and I got him to pop up.
Is there any in your head like if Craig Counsell's coming out or not? No. Is there like you're staying? In
that situation, I knew I was staying just because like the runners that got on, I believe it was like some singles that were like just over the infield. I might have walked somebody, but it was like I wasn't getting like smacked around or anything. Yeah. And I'd gotten the 2 outs, leading up to that. So it was kind of like, in that situation, it's kind of like if, I put myself in this situation. If somebody's going to cash this in, like I want to do it. Kind of situation, and I kind of just had some good confidence that day. Like I felt like I was going to get out of it. I felt like I was never like in too much danger. I felt like I was in control of the game while I was out there and stuff. So yeah, I'm very thankful he left me out there.
They hit a lot of bullshit hits.
Yeah.
A lot of like 65, and then now they show how hard it's coming off to the bat. That would piss me off so much. Like if I saw that like 65 miles an hour doinka. Start talking shit to them.
Well, it's good to know like when you're pitching too. Like as soon as I give up a hit or something, like I look at the exit velocity and if it's
you could see it too.
Oh yeah, it's on the field always somewhere. Like say like they did hit one the other night right to Pete, the diving play he made. It was like 10. I want to say like 108, 107 off the bat, which is smoked. And like it's good to know in those situations. Like all right. That was probably right down the middle. I probably shouldn't do that. And then you kind of move on from that. And same thing, vice versa. Like you give up a broken bat, and you like see those hit 56 off the bat, and like it's a hit, but like you feel better about that. Moving forward.
Pete, double earrings during the game. I haven't seen that in baseball in quite a bit, and honestly, I kind of liked it.
Pete's got some swag. Like he's got like a different aura and swag about him.
All right. I thought that was just
and he's like super young too, but it's like a 90s.
Yes.
Like it's hard to explain. I think 22. Oh, maybe 23. Dude, he's young.
It's young.
Yeah, like people forget how young he is.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought he's got like a little bit of like an edge to him.
Yeah.
And he's fast as shit.
Very.
Very fast, and strong last name. Last name.
His mother was in the movie. The baseball movie.
What
the
movie?
Actor.
I know. Was it Major League? I forgot what movie.
Not Major League. It's
his mom.
Yeah, not Rookie of the Year. What is it?
The Natural.
It's where the mom is like the main actor.
Oh.
We gotta have somebody Google.
Phil, this is
Phil.
I'm literally looking this up right now.
Yeah, but his mom is literally in a baseball movie where her son, I believe, is a baseball player, and it's kind of crazy that he's a big leaguer now.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's been a story written up on it or something.
Yeah,
somewhere.
That's a fun fact.
Big League.
Little Big League. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Why can't I hear him?
I can't hear him either.
Can you hear?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
There we go. Jeez,
Yeah.
It's Little Big League.
Little Big League. Wow.
That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Really crazy. Huh. Good for Pete.
Yeah.
Good catch.
Very good catch. That was huge.
That was huge.
Those are the one. I feel like there's like one or two of those a game where it's like could just really swing the outing one way or the other. And when it goes your way, it's so good.
Yes, you give him a nice little clap too.
You
got a little excited after the base load. I love that.
That was huge.
Question about the pitch, like pitching when the pitching coach comes out there, Mound visit. What's the main? I always, because when coaches used to come out to me, it was always nonsense.
Yeah.
Always nonsense. Never really talking about like just making sure that you're good. Is he actually giving you any strategy on there in the major leagues? Is it more just like see how you're feeling that so you can tell him how your arm is or how your control is or whatever?
Yeah, it's usually for me. It's usually when I've thrown probably over 20, 25 pitches or so, and say it's a hot day or something. I've been. It's a longer inning. I'm working a little harder. He'll just come out and be like, hey, just giving you a breather here. You got so-and-so up, runners here. This has been working. How do you want to attack him and stuff? Like, I think we had a mound visit in that last inning in Tampa Bay. He came out and was like, hey, you're throwing the ball well. They're not hitting anything hard. Keep doing what you're doing. Just want to give you a little breather. And then we, talked about the hitter that was up, not just told him, what I felt good with, what pitches I wanted to throw, and kind of gave the first 3 pitches of the at bat that I wanted to throw, and then we ended up getting out of it.
So it's just like
strategy, like giving me a breather,
And for everyone that doesn't know, if you don't watch baseball, the glove over the mouth.
Yeah.
Is so people don't read your lips of what you're telling you.
Yeah, exactly. There was a moment there I started saying the pitches, and I literally I put my glove over my
I didn't know what you said. I can't read your lips for shit. But you started talking and then it went like that. Because they're watching.
Yeah,
everyone.
exactly.
They have people watching that shit. But yeah, you got to, 3-2. We didn't talk about it, but they did correct your ERA from the Reds game from a pass ball to an error on the catcher, right? That's what changed it up. So you're at a 3-2. You're shoving right now.
Feeling good. Feeling good.
We're gonna try and get this out Monday as we're talking right now. Tomorrow you are pitching against the Giants.
Yes.
I will be in attendance.
Sure will. I won't see you until after.
You will not see me until you are out
crowd,
of the game.
The crowd. For people listening, he's literally sat right behind the dugout.
Couldn't be more in line.
Like right where I walk onto the field, off the field, and I had no idea he was there. I'm just completely in my zone, just zoned out. Had no idea he was there.
You can tell too when you're walking, when you're walking off, you're looking into the crowd, but there's no lights are on, nobody's home.
Yeah, nobody's home.
You're this I could see in your eyes looking around, no idea what you're saying.
Kind of crazy. It's like you're almost in a trance or something. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like there's 20,000 fans there, but you don't really know.
Yeah,
it's
weird.
You feel the energy, but not actually hearing them. Let's move on to the guy who pitches after you now in the rotation. Because it got moved up. It got mixed around.
Yeah, we've been mixing things around.
Shota now starts usually the day after you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
no,
Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike.
This guy.
Dude, I told you.
Might be the coolest / funniest guy. And it's not an act either. You can tell he's just that's who I am. The fact he got it changed, his locker changed to Mike, is insane.
Dude, I called it. I was like, this guy's going to be a fan favorite. People are going to love this guy.
When you first met him?
Oh, yeah. I knew right away.
Well, no matter what, we're having his translator and him here one time this season.
He said he would. I asked him in the translator.
He said he would?
Yeah, they said they'd love to.
That is, Phil, we'll lock that in.
We have commitments. We've got guys on the team. Happer committed. Yep. Swanson's made a commitment.
He's getting going, Hap.
Yeah, he's heating up. He's heating up. And then, now Shota, or Mike. Mike Imanaga.
Mike. And the fact
second.
that he said the second, why the second? He just sounds cool. And he's so right.
Yeah.
The second does sound cool. And I'm glad, he didn't do Junior.
That would have been hilarious if you Junior the second.
Junior the second would be unbelievable. But he's just a guy, no matter who you are, what fan you are, you root for him.
Oh, yeah.
The way he's screaming after.
I don't know what the latest polls or anything are. I mean, he's got to be in that Cy Young race. He's 100%. Shoving.
He's got a 1.8.
It's good.
1.9.
That plays. That plays.
Not bad. All-Star game. Put him out there.
Got to be in it.
I mean, he's just outrageous.
The MLB needs guys like that in the All-Star. He's just the personality. Dude, he's just electric.
Didn't he apologize to counsel after he left that 7 runs one day? The bad.
Yeah, he was like, I apologize to counsel.
It's like
It's okay, bro.
Because someone actually was like, why did Shota apologize? Like, because I think he's just used to giving up 1 run. You let up 5, and it's like, I'm so sorry. It's like, it's okay.
Yeah,
you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
You can afford. You can give up 10 runs. You'd still be fine for 1 game. But how has he just been the same guy?
Oh yeah, he's the same every day. He's awesome. He's so interactive with everybody in the locker room. He makes sure he tells everybody hello, and even it's like he's going to Duncan and telling them that he's Mike Imanaga. He's probably building a relationship with people that work at Duncan. Like that's just the kind of person he is. Like he just puts himself in the culture, and that's what he's done.
I need you to ask Mike tonight what Duncan he goes to. And I'm not going to tell it out to the people.
Okay, I will.
I need to go to that Duncan and go ask just like the workers.
Oh, they have to know about it by now with how much media it's been getting and stuff.
Imagine when he changed his name to Mike, they see a tweet like, "Oh, Mike from the store coming in every day."
They probably love it. They probably eat it up.
Like, oh, I didn't know that was Mike. He's a pitcher. That's unbelievable. And then Big Cat was talking to us before, saying that he was just like, what was he thinking after that? He was like, oh yeah, I was hungry.
Yeah, he said he was starving. Which it was a hot day. He pitched a good game, 7 innings.
Hey, sometimes you focus more when you're hungry.
A hungry dog runs faster.
Exactly.
Hungry dogs run faster.
Yeah. So shout out Mike. But yeah, those. Let me tell you something. We got to talk about some things. That's the positives.
Yeah.
The negatives. If you guys played 7 innings, you'd be like one of the best teams in baseball.
I did see something.
Yeah, and listen, we're open on this show. It's no single person's fault. You're struggling right now. The team is struggling. Yeah. The Cardinals scored 6 runs last series, and you guys lost a series. Not good.
Yeah.
What is, and obviously, like we talked about before, when you get everyone's going to work, trying to get the win.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the same page as that. Is it just more like frustration happening in the dugout, being like, I don't know what the fuck's going on? Because sometimes that's what baseball is. Like, everyone's in the major leagues for a reason.
Yeah, there's definitely frustration building and stuff, and it's just because, like you just said, like everyone is showing up, doing the proper things, doing the right things for each game, preparing to win the game that day and stuff. And that is the frustrating part, is like we feel everyone in the locker room, in the building, is tugging on the same rope, doing what they're supposed to do to prepare and everything for the game that day. And sometimes things just don't fall your way. Like bad stretches happen every single year to different teams across the league. Like, I want to say, like, a few games ago, like, we were at the same exact record that we were last year, and then we ended up winning some in a row, and then we made a move at the trade deadline to make an addition. So, like, things happen all the time in sports, but it always feels a lot worse when you're in the moment.
Yeah.
And especially, like, in the locker room and whatnot. But it's like I said, like, we were in the same exact situation as of a few games ago that we were last year. Peripherals, different things are different. But, I mean, these things happen all the time in sports, not just baseball, just sports in general.
And the good news is that there's an extra wild card spot.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're in June. Baseball you don't look at baseball till July 4th.
Is that right?
Yes. As a fan, standings to me do not matter until July 4th. And that's like, you still kind of keep it. It's still so long after that. Yeah. And then it's like, all right, now we can, because then people start getting trade deadlines. And that was a question I had to ask. And I know the answer to it.
Yeah.
But you have, like, when there's trade rumors about the Cubs or whatever, anything happening, you guys don't know shit.
No.
No one tells
we're
you guys
usually,
anything, right?
Yeah, you're usually
You're
not.
probably like a fan.
Yeah. It's usually on Twitter when we find stuff out.
Yeah. Because you remember Terrence Ross, the NBA player?
Yeah.
We're friendly, and he was like texting me. He's like, "Did I get traded yet?" I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean? Did you get traded yet?" Like, he didn't know
crazy.
anything.
That's
was like,
crazy.
His name was all like in speculation where he's going, and like for I think it was 2 years ago or last year when he's playing, and he's asking me. I'm not kidding. I was taking a dump, and he FaceTimed. And I go, what the fuck's going on? He goes, I get traded. I go, I'm taking a shit. And I'm like, what? Why wouldn't your agent call you?
Yeah.
He goes, sometimes, he's like, you're on the internet all the time. I was like, I guess that's a I don't know if that's a compliment.
I would say in baseball you probably hear rumblings from your agent or agency before, but like I mean even this past off season when we hired counsel, like there was an email that was sent to everyone like 5 minutes before it broke on TV.
Really?
Like we were literally I was in the weight room in Arizona and I was with the strength coach and he like got the email and he was just like, "Oh shit." Like
that's how
this is happening. And then like 5 minutes later, it was on the TV right in the weight room. It was like, oh shit, this is happening.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you have like no time, like, and then you have people text you, how'd you know? Tell me. It's like, I just fucking found out.
Yeah, it's the same. It's
when
crazy.
you're like younger as a kid and stuff too, you think like the team would know, like you're talking to the GM every day. You would think you know everything. You don't.
No.
It's just like kind of like us. I think about it as Barstool. Like when Dave, when Penn was buying into Barstool back in the day, we found out, what, 5 minutes? We weren't even there, right? Phil?
I wasn't with you in like 2020. I started in 2022.
So, we got like an email, like you said, like I company meeting tomorrow, and then like somehow the New York Post would post about it before even our meeting. It's like I don't even know how this shit works.
Yeah, I don't even know how it works.
But it's kind of crazy because every, trade deadline's coming up. Obviously, the lineup hasn't been great as of late. Every hitter is like, oh, Cubs are looking at this guy, and it's like, just stop speculating for a little bit. I know it's people's jobs, but Vladdy was there, Pete Alonso. It's like, and you as a player, you just can't worry about that.
Well, like I said, it's literally like all on Twitter and stuff or X. Like there's nothing that we know that the general population, general fan does know or anything like that. Like we literally see the same stuff on X that everybody else is seeing, and that's kind of where we get our news too. Like that's just how the world works at this point. Like it's just nuts that we're here.
That's just the news. It's just Twitter. I can't say X. I can't do it.
It's weird. It's weird
saying
saying
say like
X.
in a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm like, but keeping with baseball real quick. The what's his name on the White Sox?
I don't know.
Crochet.
Yeah, Mississippi guy, Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
Also, I've realized, Phil, if you bring up anyone that ever was born in Mississippi, Brandon Walker, every single one, like Brandon Walker on Twitter is like, if anyone does a highlight of anyone that was born in
Mississippi guy,
he knows exactly the town, Mississippi guy, no matter what.
Like run Rooker home run, Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
Yeah. And they'll all just know. They're all neighbors, even though they live like 3 hours away from each other.
Dude, that's hilarious because I do that every single time.
I know.
So funny.
I know.
It doesn't matter who it is.
It's funny because I did a podcast with Brandon for 4 years, and no matter what, and we would do it sometimes just to see if he did it.
Yeah.
And he did it. And I'm going to keep doing it to you.
Yeah.
And you're going to keep doing it as well. Because you all know each other.
You have to. Like, Mississippi's small, man. There's not a lot of people there.
Not a lot of people make it out of Mississippi.
No, you don't. You don't.
I still would have loved to see you the first time in Chicago.
Oh, dude. I still have. I'm just now getting used to, like, driving in congested areas.
I was going to say, I don't even think you're completely...
I'm still getting used to it.
Accustomed to
I'm still getting used to it. Like driving to this office, I've gotten used to it a little bit. When I'm downtown, dude, like anxiety's through the roof. Like can't stand it.
You gotta drive with me in New York.
See, no, like I can't. I'd rather walk, like or take an Uber. Let somebody else do it.
What's his name again? I'm sorry, you just said it.
Garrett
Crochet. That's
throws a billion.
Yeah, so he threw 103 pitches. Through one off-speed pitch.
Yeah.
One.
His cutter, it moves as much as some people's sliders.
And
it's nasty. And it's 91.
And that's where I kind of was like with the stat. I'm like, a cutter is almost
it's a nasty cutter. Yeah.
But still, 103 pitches, one changeup is crazy.
It's impressive.
And it also was fucking working because I think he let up one run. In
13 punches.
Yeah, that's insane.
I think that's the third or fourth time he's gotten over 10 Ks already. And dude, when did he make his debut? He hasn't been in the league that long, dude. He's putting up some numbers already.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. The new the catcher dialing up the phone on his fucking in your ears, it going like a
fastball.
Robot being like slider.
Yeah, fastball, slider.
Oh, that would piss
curveball.
me off.
The curveball one's funny. It's like curveball.
Hey, speaking of curveball.
You got
any curveball over there?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at
Wow, what a
Look at that.
segue. Look at that. What
Look
a
at
segue.
this.
Wow.
Look at that. Phil, you know anything about Curveball?
Love Curveball whiskey.
I love Curveball whiskey. It's seriously, this isn't even like, this is just simply, we have Don here from Curveball. He's the best.
That was so organic.
So organic. That was like worth every penny. It was like, oh, Curveball. That was going to look probably, some people were like, that was corny. You guys planned that. I swear
That was
to God,
completely
we
organic.
just said that out of nowhere. But shout out Curveball.
Shout out.
It's the best in the business. Straight up, Justin, after you start tomorrow, you're going to go home and have just a nice on-ice Curveball. It is the smoothest, easiest drink ever.
Maybe an orange slice on the rim.
I'm telling you.
Maybe.
I literally did it last night. I was like, oh, this is a long day. Just let me a nice little Curveball. It's fantastic. Shout out to the boys over at Curveball.
Anytime I think of it, too, I think of it like the one ice cube, too. Like over the one ice cube, a little orange peel.
Yeah. I just did a 1v1 against Pat Fryermuth. And I had some Curveball before and got me ready.
Has the video of that came out yet?
No, it hasn't come out yet.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, he's a big bastard.
He's good at football.
He's a very good football player. All right, let's get into a little bit of you got anything more baseball, Phil? Oh, yes, I want to say this. I don't know if you know this, but the Mets are 5-0 in the last 5.
Okay.
Because you know who Grimace is?
I don't.
You do, because it's
You know who Grimace is.
it's
The purple guy from McDonald's.
The purple mascot for McDonald's. They used
Okay.
to do a Grimace shake. It was a purple shake, and the Grimace mascot threw out the first pitch at Citi Field.
Are they bringing back them shakes or something?
I actually don't know why they had them.
They just gave Grimace a glove and were like, here, throw out the first pitch. And then the Mets just have won every game since.
So they're 5-0.
Has he been coming back? Has Grimace been coming back now?
No, but
is it like a thing?
Everyone's attributing their win streak to Grimace because he was such an outrageous person or a mascot to be throwing out the first pitch. Just seems like the Cubs need somebody to throw out the first pitch, Phil, and it's not Grimace.
Yeah, just somebone.
Just somebody, Martin named Alton Ush, to get ready to throw a curveball. Throw a curveball. Honestly, I'm not kidding.
Throwing a slider.
If I go out there and do a first pitch, I'm going like that.
Please. Put it right on the plate. Swing and miss. Strike 3.
So and no updates on my first pitch?
I haven't heard anything from the media team. I'm assuming they're just going to come up to me. I'll bring it to their attention today. I'll say,
bring up the
yeah, I'll be like, hey, y'all brought this up. Haven't heard anything. Just wondering where it's at.
Marty's going to clip it and tag you again. So just, Phil, no matter what, we're going to clip it every podcast being like, Cubs, I want to almost feel desperate. I want them, I'm going to beg them. But yeah, Grimace is there is 5-0.
By the way, I'll catch your first pitch, so you don't feel bad spiking a curveball.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And I'll feel more comfortable out there giving it to you. We need Phil.
We need a good strike from you. There's been some bad first pitches.
Bad.
Especially when people try to get on it and they end up just throwing it halfway up the backstop.
That's the thing. I'm not a guy who's gonna throw nice.
Hey, just throw a nice little breaking ball.
If I just went like this to you and a little 12-6,
a little flip.
Oh
yeah.
God, I used to throw a spin ball when I was really young.
What? A spin ball.
I swear to God. When you're
every
younger,
ball is spinning besides the knuckleball.
That's pretty true. When you're younger, they tell you not to throw a curveball.
Yeah.
Because it's
you would just tell them it's not a curveball.
We've never talked about this
ball.
many curveballs in the entire episode. But yeah, so they told me to not throw a curveball because you're gonna mess up your arm when you're 10.
Yeah, they told me the same thing.
So they would tell me to throw a spin ball, and you just throw it instead of curving it at the end like that. It was just a
football throw.
A football throw. Isn't that what you do?
Yeah, I'm naturally supinated. I'm on that side of the ball.
What word did you use there?
Supinated. Yeah,
What the fuck does that mean?
So for pitching, there's pronation and supination, whatever side you're on. Yeah, it's like
pronation and supination.
It's like with people with good sinkers, change-ups, they pronate the ball. They get on this side of the ball more, which makes it go that way.
Sounds like you're pregnating the ball.
just breaking down pitching here for you. And then pronating is on this side of the ball, which why like I have a good slider, my four seam cuts. Like I'm just naturally on that side of the ball.
Your ball's moving where on a
glove side.
Okay.
So into a righty usually.
That's fucking really annoying.
Yeah.
For the hitter.
For you. Hey, for you.
Yeah. Well, that will be happening.
It is happening.
How many at-bats do you think I get? 6?
I'll give you 20.
20?
Yeah.
All right. You think no hits?
If it is a hit, it's going to be like
one of the ones against the Braves.
Yes. It's not going to be pretty.
All right, yeah, let's move into the fun stuff. Baseball. I will be there to start tomorrow. I'm going to be nervous the entire time. Rio will be there. Fran's going to be there. Kelly will be there with me. It's going to be
excited to have y'all.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. But Phil's obsessed with me crying at Inside Out.
Explain this to me. I'm not familiar with those movies or anything really.
Okay, that's your assignment then.
I need to watch that movie.
You need to watch. Just watch Inside Out.
Is it good for kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. It's a cartoon.
Oh.
Inside Out is on like streaming. The first one. So watch that one. You're gonna cry.
Watch it with my family.
Yeah. Let me know what you think about Bing Bong. I may hypothetically have a stuffed animal Bing Bong. Hypothetically.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's true.
That's fine. No judgment here.
It is the best. So basically, to break it down, it's emotions in your head. So there's
anger. They're characters.
Yeah. So anger is up there. Joy.
Yeah.
Sad.
It's almost like the Elements cartoon where they're like different, like fire, water.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Basically. So the movie's based of what's going on in your body, and it's reacting out into the world. It's beautiful. The way they depict a picture in your brain will go straight into your heart.
Okay. And this is a Disney movie? What?
Yeah, Pixar.
Pixar?
Is that the same shit?
I believe it is.
I don't know.
I feel like every
like
Disney movie I've ever watched has the little lamp jumping
I like the
on
little
eye.
lamp. The lamp is one of the best.
Yeah.
One of the best out there. Before I forget the baseball, the umpire that's getting suspended. I mean, Phil, do you have any information on what?
All I have on it is he's statistically like the best umpire in baseball. Like he had a perfect game in the World Series. That's all I will say about it.
The umpire had a perfect game?
Yeah, he had a perfect. He didn't miss a single pitch in a World Series game.
Really?
Umpire perfect game.
Is that that's gonna be one of the rarest?
Oh yeah, dude, it never happens.
I think he has more perfect games than any other umpire because the scorecard account would keep track of all that stuff, and his scorecards were always it was either maybe 1 or 2 missed calls a game, but it was I feel like amongst players he was the guy that everyone liked.
Yeah, everyone likes him, and I follow that account. Yeah, 100%.
Well, you make sense following it. Do you?
Of course I follow.
Of course
it.
He does. He's Meek Phil.
Yeah,
exactly.
Was born.
He's Meek Phil, and the Mets are hot. Of course he follows it.
But yeah, did any other information come out on him, Phil?
No, it's it was kind of vague. I didn't really get it.
It was almost vague because I think he's so good, and it's a lot of people are like, damn, we want him to be a part of it. Probably still obviously if he's doing things they're saying, I got a message for everybody. Stop doing it. Stop.
I can pull up.
What?
I was pulling up Justin's stats with Pat Hoberg. It was only an inning and a third with him behind the dish, and he got 3 strikeouts.
Oh, let's go.
All right. Who's Justin awful against?
I don't know.
Hitting wise.
What hitter?
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler Stevenson. Look up his numbers against me right now. He owns me.
What team's he on?
The Reds. Dude, he's hitting over 600 probably.
7 for 10 with a homer and 6 RBIs.
He's 7 of 10.
Dude, I wasn't joking.
Justin, oh my God.
He's a big league hitter.
It's updated. It's updated. 9 for 16.
Is that worse?
6. Somehow that's got to be worse.
No, it goes down.
What?
It goes down
points?
from 700 to 650 probably.
It's 563 average. 875 slug.
Dude, I throw it into that guy's barrel every time.
I'm not kidding. fill that. We need to get Tyler Stevenson on the podcast. I just need to know, like, hey, like, do you like lick your chops? Justin's good.
The next day, after I faced them, they were taking BP, and I just like walked up to the dugout and I thought about just being like, "Hey, Dad, hey, Dad," just go over and be like, "How you doing?"
That would be unbelievable.
Dude, it's like,
sometimes you just gotta give it up to the people,
bro. It's crazy. It's like
that's wild.
Throw it right into his barrel
every single time.
Every pitcher always has that one.
Dude,
guy
even the outs are loud.
Even the outs.
Even like when I get him out, it's like a line drive right at somebody. I don't know what it is about his swing or what he's doing. Like I literally throw it right to him.
Real dude. Do you talk to any like opposing players when you play them? Like, because pitchers are weird. Because obviously,
generally.
like Belly is on first. He's talking.
Yeah.
He's talking to the guys or Swanson or whatever. Your pitchers really don't have a chance.
Yeah, there's sometimes I know guys on the other team, and there's like that element. But like when I'm pitching, no, like I'm not really talking to anybody. But like if I'm in the dugout or something, I know like Austin Riley. I usually say what's up to him. Zach Short. There's like guys on teams that I know. Like I'll talk to them in that vicinity. Yeah. But
how's your pickoff move? You don't pick off a lot.
I picked off 2 guys this year. Well, one of them ended up being safe, but
yes,
yeah. But I have 2 pickoffs.
That was against you picked off Ellie, right?
Yeah, Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah.
Ellie does that to a lot of guys. Like he had to play yesterday versus the Brewers.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
He got that? He should have not scored at all.
Like his fast is like a covering ground fast. Completely. Like when he goes when he's running in the circle around the bases, dude, it's like he is just covering ground.
He doesn't even have to be a good hitter. He just needs to just like try and hit the ball.
He is a good hitter.
I know, and he's a good hitter.
Yeah,
he's batting second for them.
Impressive.
Too. Yeah. I'll look at this voicemail while I'm saying this, but if I ever have a basketball game, you got to come.
I need to watch it. I'm looking at your stat sheet right here.
Yep.
It was sent in our group chat. Let me zoom in. Marty was 7 for 11 from 3-point in his game, and my question was like, who's guarding you? After you made the 3rd or 4th one, I would like be picking you up at half court. Like you're not.
They just didn't.
So,
and I just kept shooting.
That says a lot.
There was this one lady who
4 rebounds too.
These fans weren't the nicest of fans.
Dana, 19 boards, Jesus.
Yeah, he had 2 points, 3 points, and 19.
It's getting busy down there.
Yeah. Dude, their fans were like in my face too. Like
Nick with a double.
Yeah, Nick's good. Nick is good. The team played.
I need to watch this. I need to watch one of these games.
Yeah, I'll send you.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
I'll send you. You can watch. It's still out there. But yeah, it's the full ass crowd. It was people yelling at me. Literally, like I shot a 3, and the guy's like, "Mario's got no fucking range." I hit it. I go, "Yeah." That one of the girls on our team, we have G on our team, was fighting with their main guy. Like all these fans love this guy Kirk. He's great. And they were fighting with each other, and this lady by herself just goes, "You better shut the fuck up, Gia, or I'll do something about it." We all looked at her and go, "You got it. We'll shut the fuck up. You're all good." She would have beat the shit out of all of us. She was fantastic. That's why Barstool is so stupid, because we were playing in the middle of Berlin, Connecticut. Didn't even know that was a thing. And we drove out
crowd.
There. And Rico, did you see what happened to Rico?
I saw he was in a sling.
It's not funny. He got. They did the worst thing to him. What does suck. He got undercut when he was going up for the basket. The worst thing you do in basketball: hit someone by the legs when he's going up for a layup.
I mean, does that happen purposely?
Usually, it's a malicious thing. This guy I was playing him didn't really have. He doesn't have his wits about him. He kind of he's running a scrangly guy, running all around, hit into him. Hit his face on the ground. Rico got up, pushed him. It was crazy. And we held him back. And then Rico has been out in a sling now. I say he fractured something.
I just sent the play in the chat.
So with a fracture, he pushed him.
No, he didn't have a fracture before it. Yeah, watch the clip. Tell me what you think. Do you think it's a... You think it's a dirty play?
Oh!
It was bad. Usually when you get that reaction, it's a...
Was he trying to take a charge after he had already jumped?
That's what it looks like. That's like his
His move.
Basically, his response. The week before, he also
That's your
did it to a
go-to move.
random
That's a
guy.
tough place to do it.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't great for Gus.
Well, it's a foul. Definitely a foul on
Got
red.
it in, too. The basket went in.
That's an AM1.
Yeah.
That's an AM1. Feet weren't set. He was already in the air.
Undercut him bad.
Yeah.
But
Pushes him. But he hurt his arm. He fractured
Yeah, he's
something in
a
that
sling.
play.
Yeah, he's in a sling. So I'm in the car
Oh, my
home.
Lord. Yeah, that's
It was
a
bad.
flagrant one.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
a
two.
That's a flagrant one.
I was in the car ride home with him, right?
Yeah.
He's screaming in the car, just yelling randomly. But then we got pizzas, Frank Pepe's. It's like the
Delicious. I've had it.
You've had it.
Had it.
Everyone talks about it. We're like, he wanted to get it. Mind you, he's hurt. We get out. We go to Frank Pepe's. He's the one walking out with 3 pizza pies in his arms like this. He might have had 4 to 5 clam slices. He might have had so many. But then we got home, and he dropped a body armor bottle in the car, and he's screaming, bro. He goes, "Oh!" Screaming louder than that. A homeless guy got scared. A homeless guy was outside our office. He woke up like this, walking around because he was screaming so loud. And I was like, what's going on? He goes, I can't move it, Marty. I can't move it. And now he's in a sling. He'll be hit.
Did a doctor say it was fractured?
He did say
Or was this a self-diagnosis?
He said he went to the hospital.
Okay.
He said he went to a specialist.
Specialist.
Yeah. Was he in a sling today at work?
He's still in a sling.
Still in a sling.
Hey, he's riding it.
Yeah, so it's something.
Hope you recover well.
All right, we got 2 voicemails. Let's play them. I haven't even read it, but let's play it right now. And then we'll do the ranking game and we'll get out of here.
Hey, Justin and Marty. My name is Kevin. Got a couple questions for you. Justin, what was your minor league experience like? I know you got first, second round money, even though you just drafted in the 6th round. Just wanted to see what your experience was in the minors. And then, second question, is there a prospect that you are excited to play with, whether you play with spring training or that you heard of? Thanks, guys. Bye.
What round did you get drafted?
5th round.
5th
round, 2014. Dude, minor leagues, it's a grind, especially back in the day. Like when I was first drafted, and even prior to me being drafted, like I heard stories. Like it was a grind. You don't get paid a lot of money, especially if you didn't like sign in the earlier rounds. Like seniors signing out of college are getting like anywhere from $1,000 to like $100,000, and you're kind of having to live off of that while you're going through the minor leagues because you're only making. I remember my first 2-week paycheck in, I believe it was Arizona rookie ball. It was like a 2-week paycheck, and it was like just under $500 or something like that. And I mean, they were. I was staying in a hotel. The team supplied a hotel for me, so I wasn't having to pay for a hotel or anything. But yeah, so like for guys who only signed for $1,000 and you're only getting that every 2 weeks, like dude, it's hard to survive in that kind of climate. But
And it's different now.
yeah, it's a lot different now. I think they like have actual salaries and like they give them live out money. It's completely different now.
Yeah,
Like completely different.
Imagine that though. Like as a kid, you grow up like I can't wait to like I'm gonna be a Major League Baseball player. You actually get to that goal, and in your first check, you're like, all right, let's go $500.
Yeah, yeah,
That's insane.
yeah. It's crazy, and what
And you're busting everywhere, right?
Yeah, you're bussing. The tough part about it is those seniors that were signing for like $1,000 and they weren't getting paid much, and they like just financially actually like could not afford to continue.
Yeah.
Like that's where it kind of sucked because it was just like you could possibly have the talent, you're not able to like truly find out, but just because you're not able to like whether you have a family, whatever the situation may be, like just financially couldn't afford to do it, so you like had to like go home and like do something else. Like that was kind of like the rough part of it. And then the second part of the question, he said prospect that's coming up that I'm looking forward to playing with. I know the young pitcher that's coming up, Cade Horton. He's supposed to be really good. I've got the pleasure of meeting him during spring training. Great person, great personality, great head on his shoulders. Was able to watch him pitch too. Great arm, great stuff. I'm really excited for him to get to the big leagues and watch him develop. I believe he's in AAA.
Because I mean, Brown just got hurt.
Yeah.
And didn't Wicks
Did
get
a
hurt
weird
too?
injury with Brown, a neck and stress reaction in his neck or something.
Oof,
like,
that sucks.
yeah, that sucks.
And didn't what's his name just get hurt too? Was it Wicks?
Yeah, Wicks, his oblique, grade 2. I believe it was grade 2.
You guys have some bad luck right now.
Dude, it's crazy, man.
Bad
It's
luck.
crazy. I can't even explain it. Like,
Let's play one more.
you said there was a voicemail you wanted me to listen to, right? I felt like you
no,
said.
no, no.
Okay.
I think that was the last one. But
Okay.
I believe this is our guy.
Guys, Tyler here again. Just to clarify, everything's good with me and my neighbor. We're all good. We actually waved at each other the other day, so baby steps, right? Who would have thought in the year 2024 of our Lord and Savior, Steele the Show, not only would be talking about baseball, but would be bringing neighbors together. Steele, you troll. You've got to nominate them for a humanitarian award. Come on, man, get on that. I'm just kidding. We love you, man. So, my question is for both of you guys, because both of you guys are hitting gurus. Marty, I know you've hit Major League pitching.
Thank you.
Justin, I know you got to hit off Corbin Burns.
You
So
did?
my question
Yeah.
is,
106.
in high school, what was the best aluminum bat you
Oh.
guys used?
Good one.
Mine was the Nike Torque 2, orange handle, black
Yep,
girl.
I remember it.
What was your guys?
What a question.
Everyone
Wow.
love the show. Go Cubs.
You know what, Tyler? That's a great question. Maybe that should be almost our next, not today, but I want to study that
A
one.
metal bat ranking.
Yeah, because
Wow.
I had a lot.
I
of,
know mine immediately. It's when I hit my first homer with.
What is it?
The Blue Dynasty, TPX Dynasty. It was blue and it had orange writing on it.
Okay.
It was the first big barrel bat I had, and it was the first tournament I was playing with, and I hit a homer with. And I was
Really?
like, this is the best bat ever.
One of the bigger ones. Everyone, the stealths.
Yeah,
Everyone
the
loves
stealths were. Yeah, they had.
I was a Nike, the silver Nike.
Yeah, I remember.
That was my favorite. My favorite bat though was. Do you remember the plasma?
I don't remember the plasma.
Oh, look up the plasma. I'll look it up fast. The plasma bat. It was one of the best bats.
Was it like an off-brand, or was it like TPX or?
It was Rawlings. Dude, look at this bat.
Okay.
It was.
I remember
green.
that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember
And then they
that.
had.
I remember that.
They had the orange one. Too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember
man,
this bat.
You could get these for
The-
$20 now.
Dude, the orange stealth.
Oh, that was.
Everyone loved it.
Have you ever seen someone break one?
No.
I had a kid that was he was so strong on my senior year, and he broke the stealth bat.
I don't know.
It was insane.
Those bats were loaded.
I almost think that you're just a bad baseball player if you break that. But yeah, that's a great question. My first home run when I was 10 was with a Black Magic bat. Black Magic was unbelievable.
Did you just say at 10 as a flex, like you was hitting home runs at 10?
I think I hit a home run at 10, and I think that might have been my last one. I didn't hit any home runs.
Not a lot of juice in that bat.
You've seen me swing. It's
yeah,
very.
you're
I'm in the strike zone a very long time.
just over the first baseman's head kind of guy.
Yes,
There's some slug down the lines. There's slug down the lines.
Yes, it's a lot in the. I actually no, not down at first base. I was the only D3 player to have a shift against them, and it was all the way to the left.
Yeah, I could see that. With
You shouldn't be shifting in D3. All right, Phil, tell us these games.
All right, so we're gonna start off with just ranking pitchers. Basically, I'm gonna give you one guy, and I'll basically give you an option between who's better, and then, but I'll explain it through this way. Like, who's a better pitcher all time, Greg Maddux or Randy Johnson?
Who's first?
Well, I guess
Like-
just right. Those are just head to head right there. If you had to pick
Like, head
And
to
we
head,
can't look
Greg
at
Maddux-
we can't look at anything.
Yeah,
I can't.
no
I can't.
stats.
Yeah, I can't get on.
off field, Randy. I'm a Randy Johnson guy.
Yeah, Randy Johnson probably off field.
You kill a bird. That's
Randy
all.
Johnson was more dominant, and I think Greg Maddux was more of like a pitcher's pitcher. Like a.
I think
and
that's
he probably had a longer career and played for longer as well. Like I can't remember off the top of my head, but
Randy-
Randy was more dominant.
He's also 7 feet tall, like throwing from the side. He was like.
Yeah, you give me
Chris
one
Sale
game,
before
like I
Chris
need a starter for one game, someone to go out there and be dominant. Game 7,
You know,
I'll
he
go
like
Randy.
is like just a photographer now.
Yeah, I know.
And like he
Lives in Arizona. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He also has the most juiced card in the show every year.
Yeah,
like every time
it's a joke. You can never hit it. You can never hit
can't
it.
hit him.
You can't hit it.
What? In the
Dude,
show?
It's a joke.
I got to get the show.
They got to fix it.
I got to get the show.
All right, then Randy or Nolan Ryan?
Nolan Ryan, 7 no-hitters.
I watched the Nolan Ryan movie on the plane, actually. Didn't he kind of stink?
He never had a perfect game. He never won a Cy Young, but had 7 no-hitters. And most career strikeouts, I believe.
Hypothetically, take out the strikeouts. I mean, the
You can't just take out strikeouts. It's literally a third, it's half of his career out. You can't do that.
Take out the no-hitters. What was his career ERA?
Probably like a 3, right over a 3, if I had to guess.
I'll look it up. I have it.
Randy's was probably right at a 3.2, right under a 3.
Nolan was a 3.19.
Okay. All right, maybe
pretty
I'm
good guess.
wrong. All right, his viewers.
And Randy was a 3.29.
All right, we'll go with Nolan.
Nolan.
All right, so then it goes Nolan or Verlander.
Nolan.
Nolan. Fuck Verlander.
Nolan or Pedro.
Fuck Pedro, but probably Pedro. Pedro.
That's the.
It's just more like I hated him, obviously, but dude, he was so dominant.
I know.
On the Red
Sox for a while. I'm still going Nolan. Nolan.
We'll pick whoever you want next.
I'll say if Clemmer hears that, he's gonna rip you because he hated Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, he did. I don't know why.
He can hate him all he wants. Probably wouldn't have hit him.
Also, dude, there was Phil. There was a question today in the dozen, and it was for Clemmer of whatever it was, and he said the answer, and Justin was like, "That was my comp coming out of high school."
Steve Avery.
Steve Avery.
Someone like an older.
Yeah, someone.
Yes, it was from like the 70s.
Yeah, someone comped me to Steve Avery once.
I think
I gotta be honest. If I saw a prospect as comp to Steve Avery,
yeah, it's not very.
I'm not having this guy on my team. No chance. I mean, this is the guy we drafted.
So, some draft comps make no sense. Like, remember when Brett Beatty got drafted? I think his comp was like Freddie Freeman with power. And it's like, well, Freddie Freeman has power. So what are we talking about here?
All right, go do a couple more.
All right. Nolan or Kershaw?
Kershaw
or Clemens?
Kershaw.
Did I tell you my dad arrested Roger Clemens?
No, you didn't tell me that. That's a hell of a story, though.
It was when did the Mets win the World Series? 86?
86.
Steve Avery, 14 career WARs. Pretty good career.
He's still on Avery.
That's a pretty good career. 14 career WAR?
Yeah, it's not bad.
How many years? 9?
That's not bad. That's not terrible.
That's good. Bad. That's a good career.
But yeah, my dad was a cop in the bullpen at Shea Stadium, and there was when he was on the Reds. So Clemens on the Red Sox, and people were like throwing shit in the bullpen, like beers and stuff, and one of them like hit Clemens, and Clemens like started screaming at my dad's partner, and I guess it got physical. And my dad and his partner were like basically wrestling Roger Clemens in the bullpen, and my dad said he was the strongest person. He said he said Roger Clemens was throwing them both around like rag dolls. Like it was like insane how much he was throwing them.
To be fair, the security in the bullpens is supposed to keep fans from throwing stuff.
Oh no, Roger was right. Roger was for sure right, and they arrested him. And it's funny now because if that happened today, that's the biggest story.
Oh, yeah, it's a huge
But no one has like phones that could videotape in the 80s, so it was
nobody even heard about it probably.
No one knows what the fuck that is, and it was a couple people probably tell that story, and and they arrested him. They brought him to his sergeant. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Let him go. Like let Roger Clemens go back to the bullpen."
Yeah.
Do two more.
Kershaw or Felix?
Kershaw.
Hernandez.
Kershaw.
Kershaw or DeGrom?
One game.
Okay, I think you have to say Kershaw, but I do think DeGrom is the better pitcher.
If it's one game, I'm going DeGrom.
His stuff is, if DeGrom was healthy, he'd be one of the best pitchers of all time.
Yeah.
But
that stretch he was on It was like must-watch television
Yes.
every time he took the mound.
It's crazy. You go through the Mets pitchers, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have. How did they not win anything? Well, Matt Harvey was at 1-0 till 4.
Phil probably knows.
So, yeah, Bill
All
knows.
right.
How come they didn't win, Phil?
Well, they blew 3 games in the World Series
To the
to
Royals.
our first guest on the pod, Eric Hosmer. Last one, DeGrom or Shota, or Mike, I should say.
Shota.
Mike.
It's
Shota.
He
Shota
has a career 1.8 something ERA.
somehow.
Yep.
Yeah, he does. Is he? Can he be Rookie of the Year?
Yep.
So he could be Rookie of the Year and Cy Young.
Yep.
Wow. And he's like what, 30?
Yep.
That's awesome. Somehow I do a podcast with a starter on the Cubs, and I like him better than you.
I disagree, but I think you're just saying that for the moment.
I wanted to get a reaction, yes. I disagree with that.
I think you're just saying that.
That was hurtful, but we'll move on.
You want to do the other ranking game? we
Yeah,
got?
the
yeah,
ranking.
let's end the
what,
show.
What did we decide we were doing the ranking? What was it?
Cartoons, right?
Cartoons. We can do 5 of
Yep.
this one. We can
Okay.
we can list 10 cartoons total
All right.
easily. You go first.
I start
1-1.
SpongeBob.
That was 100% mine.
Yep. SpongeBob, no matter what, was number 1.
Now I got to do some thinking.
SpongeBob was no matter. Do you guys have any cartoons?
Bugs Bunny.
Come on real fast. This is also Don from Curveball right here.
How's it going?
So we're doing cartoons. Who's your number 1 cartoon that you have that you would say if you had to rank it right now?
I grew up watching Bugs Bunny, and I still love it. It's hilarious. It's adult humor.
All right, I love that. Don's
Elmer Fudd hunting him.
yeah. All right, look at that. All right, who's your number 1?
God, you took it. SpongeBob was totally.
SpongeBob's elite.
It's the goated.
Do you?
My number 2
Okay.
is the Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh!
Or that'd be my second. That'd be right.
You know
behind.
what? I'm gonna give you that because that's a good show.
Yeah, great show.
What's the guy's name? Chip. His teeth. The guy that.
Yeah.
Chip Skylark.
Chip Skylark.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Did you know? Do you know the missing ingredient to the Krabby Patty?
Yeah, it's crap.
You did know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
No one knows that.
yeah. I knew that.
You did.
Yeah,
Did you know that Mr. Krabs killed his wife?
yeah.
Really?
Dude, I know all the conspiracies.
Wow.
I know all the conspiracies.
This is
in
awesome.
SpongeBob. I know all of them. Yeah.
So yeah, he killed his wife, and
Yeah.
his daughter's not his daughter
No, I don't know that one to a T, but I've heard about it.
because she's a whale,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
She's a whale.
Yeah, she's a whale.
How is a crab marrying a crab
I don't know.
getting a whale?
Because he protects her. A whale protects crabs, I guess. I don't know. He needs the protection so he doesn't get eaten.
But that's great. Plankton's going nuts, and he just killed his wife so he can have all the crab to himself to keep his business alive.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You know that, Don?
I love plankton, though.
Phil, you got it? You want one?
I would have won, but I want to be part of this draft because I couldn't get SpongeBob first.
Okay.
Because that's my. You saw the SpongeBob lamp in my room.
I did.
Like-
I did. SpongeBob was 1. I'll go my second one. I'm going to go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do when I was young was my first cartoon I ever watched was Rugrats.
Okay.
That was young.
I'm glad
that
you
was
took
like,
that one. I wasn't a big Rugrat guy. I'm glad you took it.
Yeah. It was like that's when I was like I'm like yelling for my mom to come down and tell me what it says on the screen
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know how to read. Took me probably longer than most, but you know.
Is it my turn? You going?
You got
You
one
want,
more?
you want another one?
You got one?
South Park count?
He said does South Park count?
It's good humor at a young age.
Yeah, what's number 2?
Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold's my number
All
2.
right, so we were watching the same.
Yeah, we're
shit.
watching the same stuff.
Yeah, because Hey Arnold was definitely.
I loved Hey Arnold.
We were all Nickelodeon kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
I got a good third one loaded up.
All
ready to roll.
right, I got one that I'm just gonna say what popped in my head. Cat Dog.
It's a good one.
That one was a good.
one.
That was a good show. Who was your 3?
Rocket Power.
Fuck you! No,
Yeah.
that was my
You took Sponge. I had a list ready to roll.
Rocket Power was. I literally
It was
was
awesome.
like I would pretend to skateboard all the time.
Yeah.
Cannot skateboard.
Woogity woogity woogity.
That was unreal,
Yeah,
Rugrats.
great
I
show.
mean, Rocket Power. I'm trying to. You have other ones right now? I'm trying to think of cartoon.
Ed, and Eddie.
Which one?
When you were a kid?
Yeah, when you're a kid.
I mean, the Pink Panther, that was kind of...
Oh yeah, dude, that's a
Pink Panther?
classic.
Pink
Pink
Panther
Panther's
was
a classic. They made a movie about Pink Panther when I was probably like 10 at the time.
I wasn't like a Beavis and Butthead guy.
I wasn't.
But people loved that.
I watched Ed, and Eddie.
Ed, and Eddie. I wasn't much of a Cartoon Network guy.
I would go on it when there wasn't anything good on Nickelodeon.
Phil, is there any cartoons? What cartoons are we missing? See if we would even.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. These are all Cartoon Network.
Oh, there's an obvious one that you're missing.
What?
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo was fantastic.
That was my number 2.
Oh, okay.
Is your favorite?
Phil, how old are you again?
26.
26. Wait. Do you remember where you were when 9/11 happened?
No, I do not.
Dude.
Really?
And we're 28, and I know exactly where I was.
Yeah, I know.
So this came up in a conversation with me and Michael Bush.
Yeah.
We were sitting there, and he asked me that. He was like, "Do you remember 9/11? Like where you were?" And everything? I was like, "Yeah, I remember to a T. The classroom, everything."
Yeah.
And him and Wesneski, who are 26, like not that big of an age difference. They're like, "Yeah, we can't remember it at all."
So
and
you would have been...
Bushy was saying he was like that, like 26, 27 is like where people, it's like the cutoff of like people don't remember it.
Because you were probably in...
I was in first grade.
Yeah, and I was in second grade.
Yeah.
I was 3 years old, so...
But still, that's crazy to even think about. Well, that's much different for you in Mississippi.
Yeah.
And then us in New York,
us in New York. I remember my mom...
Yeah, I probably, like I was watching, I remember the TV, but it probably happened like 30 minutes prior in real time.
Probably like 3 days later. Someone, you see that 9/11 thing? Oh shit!
That's crazy though. Like
no,
he said he was
crazy.
20. He said he was 26, and I thought it reminded me of that.
I didn't even think about that. I mean, dude, now it's even crazier. Like people are like the fact that people were born in 2001 and after. Like, when's your son born?
2 years ago. He'll be 2 in July. Yeah,
like, that's
2 in July.
Crazy too. Where it's like he's born in 2022.
Dude, I can't wait. Take him fishing and stuff. It's gonna be awesome.
Is he gonna be a baseball player?
I mean, if he wants to. I mean, I'm not gonna make him, but I kind of want him to fish with me. Yeah, I want him to fish and play golf with me.
Oh, that's honestly, hey, I've been fishing once. So
it's
I don't
the best.
Really know.
I gotta take you a deep sea.
Is it the best?
It is the best.
Why is it the best? Because can I ask you something?
Yeah, ask me.
When someone puts you on a boat, they're basically kidnapping you for their entire day. You have no control of ever going
No one's
home.
putting you on the boat. You're getting on the boat.
It's your buddy asked you to come. I said, Phil, you're coming on the boat with me. I'm picking you up at 9:30. You are
6:30 in the morning, probably.
6:30
in the morning.
That's why I'm not a early riser, but I could be. If it's a fun time, like you're saying, I'll do it for you.
It's great.
But you tell me, all right, 6:30. I am at your mercy for the rest of the day. I can't drive the boat.
Well, you're at the ocean's mercy.
Yeah, and yours. I'm kidnapped for at least 8 hours, and I have no way of getting home if I want to go home.
And you don't have cell phone service, which is awesome.
What?
It's the best.
What are you supposed to do?
You're in the middle of the ocean. You're fishing. You're eating. You're enjoying your company. Like whatever you have on the boat, you can get food and bring it on the boat.
You bringing like a bologna?
Yeah,
sandwich?
we usually bring like stuff to make sandwiches, chips, drinks.
You like bologna?
I like bologna.
I do too.
I grew up eating bologna.
Me too.
Fried bologna sandwiches.
I never had a fried bologna sandwich.
Oh.
Really?
Changes the game.
That's just what Mississippi does, right?
Yeah.
Fry everything.
Yeah.
Catfish. Unbelievable.
That
is something.
Where I'm at in Mississippi, we have the best catfish.
All right. All right, that's the show. See, I told you. That shit's way more fun to talk about than baseball. We will be back next week. Actually, I will look at the schedule after this, but next week we'll be back probably, hopefully, just normal Wednesday or whenever you're pitching next. If you're pitching Tuesday, you'll probably pitch Saturday or Sunday. Something.
We have a day off, I think, after.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll, I'll do an update. Well, I'll be tweeting tomorrow. Justin will be pitching. What time you get to the field tomorrow?
What time's the start? Is it a night game?
I think it's 6:50 or 7:10.
I get there 3 to 4 hours before game time, and I kind of just slowly go through my process of getting ready.
Yeah, 7:05. So you get there like 3?
Between 3 and 4.
And you start, and you have a long. You do anything weird?
No, just like get my body ready, just drink my waters, get hydrated, just prepare myself.
No,
like I don't do anything
nothing
weird.
You eat every day?
I try to get something on my stomach, like.
Oh,
So
you're not.
Yeah, I don't eat much, so I like try to get like a fig bar, or just like some kind of bar, something on my stomach.
All right.
Grits usually works. Yogurt.
I'll start doing something for you I'll have a superstition for when.
Yeah, you should.
Me and Phil will do a little ritual or something together.
I love that y'all were texting in the chat this past time.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I'll be at the game, so I'll talk to you right after.
Yeah.
But yeah. You bring it. I get to go on the field after.
Yeah. Well, let's win first.
Yeah. Well, I'm.
Let's win that game.
You will have to do that. I need. I need to get my feet on the dirt. That's the show. Shout out Curveball Whiskey. Literally the best. Actually, it'd be a good way for our fans to, if you get it, you go out and buy it. You can really basically buy Curveball anywhere. It's in every liquor store I've been to. Right? Yeah.
This is the kind of whiskey you have at a barbecue. The uncle that's barbecuing, he takes a shot of this, his curveball's automatically better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's snapdragons after that.
He's playing wiffle ball with the nephews after that.
Carving them up.
Yeah, make sure you go get it. It's if anyone gets one, retweet it. Me and Justin will retweet it. We'll show us what kind of drinks you're making with it, all of that. But again, shout out Curveball Whiskey. Shout out to the fans. Thank you for our voicemails today. We'll get more next time. We'll tweet it out more. You got anything else?
Good episode. I enjoyed it.
Yep. Go Cubs. And Phil, you good?
Phil, thanks for everything.
I got to bounce. Good luck, boys.
All right.
See you, Phil.
See you, Phil.
Great job, guys.